What up guys, it's Tanner with BoardCo. I'm out here at the Hyperlite West Coast Reveal with Trever Maur. Today we're gonna be breaking down his boards, the Hyperlite Blueprint and the Blueprint Loaded. I'm gonna turn the time over to him and just let him talk a little bit about his boards.
All right, thanks man, here we go. All right, so Blueprint. This board's been in the line for a little bit. I like it so much, I don't want to change it, to be honest. This board has been awesome for me, and I think it's gonna be awesome for you too. And these are the reasons why, and I'll break it down for you. So here we go. I have a very free ride style. I like to just kind of like go on the water and, you know, lip slide slash cruise around on the water and be connected and feel like the water's one with me or whatever. And I wanted to make a board that would allow you to just kind of have that free ride feel. How I did that was, if you look at this beveled edge across the corner of the board, I lift that up. It's more based around what our cable boards are. I ride both cable board and boat boards, and I felt like that was a feature that I wanted to bring into the boat line. And what that does is it gives you a really forgiving ride. If you're gonna go board slide or you're gonna turn sideways into the flats, this allows you to not have the water creeping over the edge. It allows the water to go right underneath the board. And to me, that was extremely important. So that was a huge feature that I wanted to do. Second main thing is I wanted this board to land extremely soft. And by doing that, we wanted to add a spine. And we have a spine all the way from the tip to the tail of the board. It displaces so much water. I found once the boats started elevating the wakes a few years back, I started casing the wake and I'd fly off and land in the trough and just crush. And I wanted a board that I could land and just feel like everything was more butter. So we created just a huge spine, and that really helps out with that. Other thing too is all my features on the bottom of the board are rounded. There's no harsh lines. What I found is with harsh lines comes traction, and I don't want any traction in my board until I'm using my fins. So everything is really rounded, really fluid, so it just allows the water to kind of gracefully go underneath the board, and allows you to just kind of like really have that free ride feel and a loose feel on the water. We put in screw-in fins. If this board's a little skatey for you, you can take this fin out, put a bigger fin in, and it hooks up a lot more. So just having the ability to change out your fins to me was really important. This board is tapers down a little bit in the tip and tail. I find that boards with wider tip and tails are good for really good pop. Not saying that this board doesn't pop, but that's where you find that pop. But also it lacks really like quick turns where you're like, you know, just flicking on the wake and like going out and like trying to really like get your board to like quickly turn. That was really important to me. So I wanted a narrow tip and tail that allows it just to have that more agile flow to it. And then we added a little channel right here, it kind of divots and pockets out. That's what I did to try to get the pop back, having a narrower tip and tail. It kind of adds a almost a 3-stage rocker line kick at the tip and tail. So all in all, this board is extremely fun, extremely smooth, really easy to ride. And you can like take it from beginner and just have a cruisy ride all the way up to, you know, I'm doing like high level tricks, and yeah, so it rides all the way up the line. Super pumped about the overall shape of this board. And yeah, this is the Blueprint. Next step is the Blueprint Loaded.
Switch it out here.
Cool, thank you very much. All right, so the Blueprint Loaded, same exact board. Didn't want to touch the shape. We're going into the construction, the core of this board on the Loaded. Super cool story actually about how this came about is making the Blueprint 4 years ago. They lay our boards up handmade. We get you know, fiberglass that goes in, cuts it just like a surfboard, lays in the carbon fiber, and we get these boards that are extremely brittle, but they are extremely powerful. They have tons of pop, really rigid, really stiff, really light. Yeah, you feel everything in these boards. They're amazing. Well, those don't last, and it's not really an ability to be able to mass produce those. So for about 2 years or 3 years or something, we were working on a core that we could get to feel just like that. What we get to feel on the days that we get these prototypes for everybody, and we hit it. So this is, we got a really light foam in this. which is really cool. Board's super light. But on top of that, we learned how to pretty much infuse the glass into the carbon to utilize the carbon the way that it's supposed to be. Instead of it just being a showpiece and putting the carbon in here, we figured out how to infuse the glass into it, which makes it strong. And that's what's been hard, but we figured it out. And yeah, the biggest and coolest thing about this is the board that I got a prototype 4 years ago that I was super juiced on. Now you guys get to ride it as consumers. And it's like, it was a really special time when this board first came out. This is the second year of it. And yeah, I'm still so juiced about it. So really excited about the loaded core. This is gonna be something I think that's just gonna change the way that Hyperlite produces these high-end wakeboards. And yeah, super pumped.